Welcome, Dylan. How you doing, girlfriend?
How are you?
Good. So this is going to be our first BlisstOut Network Mini Fest, April 25th, 2021 interview with Dr. Dylan Cutler. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes. I'm so happy to have you. First of all, I just want to thank you for showing up and um, watching you for the last 6 months. You've really taught me a lot, and I just want more people to hear about all the amazing gifts that you have to offer the community and anybody who can reach you. This is why we're doing this, and it's such a pleasure to know you.
Right back at you. Thank you for empowering me to share my voice and own my truth. That's what 2021 is all about.
I love it. So, Dr. Dylan Cutler, what's your why and why work with you? Tell us more.
Yes. So my why, I want to inspire you and everyone that I cross paths with to live our healthiest lives, healthiest, happiest. And to do this, we need to have hormonal imbalance and we need balance, and we need to have sound mental strength and health. So those are my main angles that I approach overall health and happiness.
That's awesome. So why would we work with you though? So the why we would work with you is because those are the things you have to offer. Okay.
Yeah, and I take an holistic approach. So I really look at the whole person, what's going on in their lives, and not what a typical doctor looks at. I don't just look at the symptoms. I want to know what's going on for the person in their personal life. Maybe it's relational, maybe it's trauma from years ago, but it's coming up now, in all the different ways that we see it, whether it's through dieting or anxiety, depression. There's so many ways that we can manifest our trauma now.
Yeah. So I know, knowing that you've been so consistent for the last 6 months, putting so much information into the network, this is also going to be going to the network. I want to remind any of the viewers that are in this collaboration and this interview is that there's a ton and ton of live talks that Dr. Dylan has gone live with Cooking Live, also sharing the products that she sells, and a lot of topics that you would really appreciate on immunity, on overall health with PCOS, and her story. So there's a ton below. So as you tap into this video, I want to remind you, scroll down into the BlisstOut Network and really take time to see how beautiful her work is, who she is, and we'll get on to the next question. So next question, Dr. Dylan, what are you accountable in 2021 to that you created mentally in 2020 and are putting into action now?
Yes, so I have 3 projects on the way. One of them will be a seasonal cookbook that will be all vegan as usual, but it will really be catered to the foods that are in season throughout the 4 seasons, and ways that we can come together at the holidays, which can be a difficult time for vegans, as many holiday dishes are animal based. So it's going to be a 4-part series where you could just buy the winter version, or if you want to get all 4 seasons, then you can go for that one. And then another one, a project I have on the way is my story with PCOS and how I help others manage PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome. And then the final one would be managing anxiety, which is another topic that is very close to my heart because I still am working on managing anxiety, but I've come a long way from an intense anxiety panic disorder to something that it's not as big a part of my life, but it still is, and I need to continually work on it. And so I have a lot to share in that arena.
Oh, that's amazing. So with that being said, and this being Veganuary, I think it's a really great way to start the year for everybody. I mean, talking to my son this morning, he was also mentioning like, well, that could be an excuse for people not to be vegan all year round. But I think it's a great breakthrough in supporting where people are and where we are growing by, animal cruelty-free companies and animal cruelty-free products, and you being a lead doctor with that experience in changing your body. There's a ton of information in the network. Make sure you check out those talks where Dr. Dillon talks about how she transformed her body with becoming vegan. But so Dr. Dillon, what do you believe is possible? Do you believe that it's possible that everyone can go vegan, and can they be as healthy, strong, and live a great life without animal products? Can you share your opinion about that?
Absolutely, yeah. I absolutely think everyone can go vegan, and I think that we don't need animal products to survive, or to even thrive and even be a professional athlete. We know now that we can be very strong and be vegan. So if we don't need this, then it's really unnecessary suffering, it's unnecessary harm, not to mention the impact on the environment. And if we don't have our Mother Earth, then we don't have anything. So we have this opportunity, and that's how I see it every day. I get at least three opportunities on my plate to make a change for the better of humanity. So I think we can all do it. There's a couple supplements to be aware of, but otherwise we can really live full, healthy lives. And I transitioned 9 years ago when there were very few options for vegans. So if I could do it then on a college campus in upstate New York, there weren't, I was eating beans and rice. Now we have so many more interesting, amazing ways to nourish ourselves. So I definitely think that this is the ideal time to go vegan.
Yeah, definitely. And I was even seeing on Instagram yesterday, instead of KFC, there's VFC. So there's like, even in mentally, if you have all these mental subconscious beliefs that you've been holding on to, there's so many really great recipes out there that are available for everybody to transform. And I also feel a lot of the content that you've been providing, which is so amazing, is knowing how to take your portions, or you're knowing about magnesium. All these little things that you've been giving is such a gift to our network. Which leading into knowing that it is possible for everybody to do this and also feel healthy and strong doing it. You bodybuild yourself, like you can lift. What's your weight that you can lift? Tell us a little bit about that, being vegan.
Well, when I was pre-pandemic and I was in the gym a lot, I'm deadlifting over 200 pounds and such. So same with squatting. So it's definitely, we can be really strong. And Game Changers is a documentary I would recommend if athletes are concerned about their testosterone and such, because there's actually evidence that we can we can perform even better when we're not consuming animal products.
Yeah, well, I love that. And I even know, growing up as a kid myself, and what I put my body through, and how I changed my body from a size 16 to a size 8 naturally, even with yoga and then exercise, and not being as educated as a doctor. My body actually reaped, I think it was yoga that really made the biggest effects on me, that my sensitivity levels and feelings, even the compassion of looking at me and the vibration of it, that made a huge impact on me. So I'm so grateful to have doctors like you that are out there, and following you on Instagram, and then having you as my friend. Even I feel the compassion and empathy that vegans have is that we are so open and available to have that outreach for each other because of the impact that has changed in our life. I feel you as a human being, you're so open and you're so giving, and I highly respect that quality about you, because of being, and that doesn't mean that the people like my family members that are not vegan yet, but are making adjustments to their diet for their health, I find the level of compassion increases, and I think that can help the world definitely too.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely agree, and it's all connected. Even like you said, when we're showing compassion to what's on our plate, all the beings that are surrounding us, then we're actually healthier individuals. Like, not even talking about the nutrition aspect, we're just talking about on a alignment level. If we're aligned with our values and morals, then we're going to be healthier.
Yeah, taking on all the different pains too of energy. So I appreciate that. I think I'm receptive. I don't think everybody is aware of that though, but I've definitely grown through that myself, to know that I have a mind and what that really means versus what it meant 10 years ago, totally different. So I think Veganuary being the leading month right now of the year is a really great thing happening in these times. Even with COVID going on, is that, you know, there's a wonderful thing to appreciate. Having the ability to have you as a doctor too, and having that other side to see versus the doctors that are encouraging us to eat meat, you know, there's a lot of gratitude for that. So I appreciate your place on the earth. And it's another reason why I believe in promoting what you do. So yeah, so leading into some of the questions here, what do you have to offer your clients right now, in knowing that you have projects that you're creating that your clients can look forward to in the future while growing with you and your business? So what do you have to offer right now?
Yeah, so I work with clients in a number of different ways. One, transitioning to a more plant-based vegan lifestyle, as well as balancing hormonal imbalances involved with whether it's PCOS or irregular cycles. Acne management comes up, skincare and how to be safer with our products and also actually get results with them as well. And then the mental health aspect. My cat's crying for attention.
Onyx, we say hi to Onyx.
Yeah.
Dr. loves these kitty cats.
So there's a number of different ways, but if someone is, you know, experiencing maybe low energy or the various ways that hormonal imbalances show up, like losing their period or hair loss or acne, those are really common.
Wonderful. So appreciate that. Couple more questions we have here for you, your beautiful soul. Do you practice self-love and appreciate your growth as a doctor with all the demands you can have from clients and also having PCOS? What are your personal practices of self-love that bring your strength back to show up with your best possible version of yourself, and how to serve your clients, and how can you help people come back to their strength? What do you suggest there when you fall short of yourself?
Yeah, so I think self-care is so important, especially as a provider myself and other healers. You know, we need to put ourselves first when we're starting to fatigue to avoid burnout. So something that, you know, it's a non-negotiable for me to get outside in nature every day, and that's something that I suggest for my clients too. They usually get a nature prescription, and as well as breathing, meditation. Those are really strong practices in my everyday. And then as far as like empowering myself, I'll go back and look at old content I've created, old stories that I've shared, videos I've made, to inspire myself to see that, I got out there that time, and maybe it was a really off day and somehow I still showed up. And so that is really inspiring for me, and kind of how I can be my own cheerleader. Because that's probably what I learned last year, is that we have to be our own best friends if we're gonna get out there and make a difference.
Especially with all the knowledge that you have, and then all the advice that you give and sharing space and holding space for others, is when you're dealing with having PCOS and having different symptoms affect you, I can see that, appreciation is such a good thing that you have to offer people.
Yeah, it is really challenging because, of course, I'm supporting people go through things that I still go through, because that's what chronic illness is. So there's a lot of overlap, and there needs to be boundaries set to make sure that I'm still taking care of myself and not just others.
Amazing. Well, we appreciate you and all your wonderful life offerings. So the next question we have here is, what are you currently selling online that you have to offer us? Tell us a little bit about that, Dr. Dillon.
Yeah, so, well, I have a vegan ebook with 30 recipes, which I love, and they are very simple, so it's great for someone that's just transitioning, or maybe just wants some fresh eyes, fresh recipes. And then I also have various skincare products, that anything that I use that I suggest, or makeup. I really am into clean, like as low toxin makeup as we can get. So that's something that if I really enjoy something, then I'll share it, along with supplements that I take, and nutrition has to come first, but supplements are definitely, can support us if we have these hormonal imbalances. So, so I like to share pretty much what I do and what I swear by, and then offer those, promotions, offerings for my community.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, viewers, as you're tapping into this video, there's a ton of videos by our dear Dr. Dylan Cutler. When you scroll down into the BlisstOut Network on Facebook's feeds, you're going to see that she shared some of those recipes that are in her ebook. They're live. She made it easy for you. So those are easy ways that you can get more information about her. And also, that's what I was going to ask right now. So the videos that you have are BlisstOut Network. You also have your Instagram, a lot of great followers on there too. And you have ongoing stuff there constantly. I mean, I was your fan before I was your friend.
I know, yeah. And then we met at a veg expo.
Yeah, and then, veganism just made us even better. So we're hoping that we can spread that love. That's part of what the BlisstOut values are, and also Dr. Dillon's values that she holds. We can also drop a message below this when we post it, her ebook links, and just use the offers use a hashtag BlisstOut to go right to DM her, let her know where you've seen her, and please feel free to join us on our email list at blistout.network@gmail.com so you can know about the upcoming festival. That's going to be another mini fest. We had the first one in December, and that talk is also available on the network where Dylan talked there. But the upcoming one is going to be in April 25th, 2021, and we're gearing up, within this timeline from winter into spring, how we can share the Best in Our Network with and making sure that you guys get to the products. Because a good thing about both of us coming on live right now is that we get to feel more about all the amazing things that we have to offer. And I want to make sure that people are getting the discounts that you have to offer on. So you got your ebook, you have, what else is the product lines that you encourage? What is that one again?
Yeah, so Beauty Counter is the product line that I use. Is everything from skincare, makeup, body care, anything in our bathrooms that we're putting on our body and just getting absorbed through the skin. It's important that we're using non-toxic products, and they're all cruelty-free as well. So Beauty Counter, and then I have various vitamins and supplements as well that I promote.
So people can go, basically you can do a consultation with people, so people can directly message you, use hashtag BlisstOut. They can reach you, where you're getting contact. Second of all, then you can have a consultation with all the things that they're going to need and how many wonderful things you offer as a doctor and being vegan. And on top of it, you can guide them with their health and fitness, with knowing how to implement that into their diet, how to help them on their journey of being vegan, and the vitamins that it takes based on each person with all your amazing knowledge and wisdom. And then their skincare regime, if you're female or male. I mean, I work with an all vegan company too, and I know what I deal with. I think the more vegan companies that are available, the more that we have animal cruelty opportunities, recyclable opportunities where we're helping Mother Earth. This is the leadership that I want to see, and you're a great leader in the community, Dylan.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I'm free to, I'd love to talk to anyone that wants to strike up a conversation. I'm very open, so definitely through Instagram is probably the best way to message me. It's dr.dylancutler or email drdylancutler@gmail.
Awesome. We're so good to have you. It's so great to know you, and thank you for blessing my life alone and our community.
Thank you. Thank you for being our fearless leader.
No problem. And give kisses to Onyx.